We'll return now to Virginia to find another example of our agricultural heritage that still resonates through the Heartland today. The number of African American farmers is declining, but as I discovered, some are still working hard to save their farms and pass along a proud legacy to the next generation.
This is the only place in the world that I know that I would want to go stay. This is home for as I'm concerned.
He may be in his early 90s, a widower, and with all his kids off on their own, but Alan Gooden will tell you his is a life of purpose, energy, and resolve. Farmer and cattle rancher, retired educator, landowner, and community leader in Buckingham County, Virginia for more than 6 decades.
You have an opportunity to learn and be able to do just about anything you want to.
Life is good?
Life is great. I have more lady friends now than I've ever had. Come on, come on, come on. They're going to start blowing.
For Gooden, this life is a far cry from his early days as a city kid growing up in Birmingham, Alabama. Gooden served as a combat engineer in World War II, graduated from college, and in the late 1940s, he and his new bride started farming 149 acres, purchased by Gooden's father-in-law, land that was once part of a Virginia slave plantation.
Well, it was a gradual thing that just grabbed me and said, well, this is what you want. And each day passed that I realized it was. I'm glad, I'm happy I did it.
Like Gooden, all 7 of his children are college graduates and have highly successful careers in business, academia, and military service. None plan to take over the family farm full-time, but daughter Joyce Gooden says all her siblings share a deep commitment to keep it in the family.
We are all pretty headstrong and opinionated, just like my father. But we can come together on that issue of the farm because we recognize what a value and what a gem this is. I guess we believe our parents didn't work that hard to get this, to just throw it away.
Like so many farmers and ranchers in the Heartland these days, Alan Gooden learned a valuable lesson early on. To be successful, you diversify. In addition to his cattle, he grows hay to feed the cattle. And here, he's planted 150 acres of pine trees for eventual harvest. And this wide swath of land was cut by an energy company that paid Mr. Gooden very good money to run 4 natural gas lines all the way through his property.
I've been out there. I still get out there and do things. And when asked, I can do it.
Well, I had a stroke in '03. I just ain't active like I used to be. Everything's pretty hard now for me to do.
If the Goodens symbolize a farm family that's successfully planning for the next generation, sadly, James Lee and his family find themselves at the opposite end of the spectrum. All 10 of Lee's children help out when they can, but none plans to return to the farm. And Lee knows the land he's worked and cherished for more than 60 years will soon be sold.
I guess it's all right, because I'm an old man now, see. But, and people got to venture out. There's so many new things, you know, now. Of course, it's bad in one way, but it's good in another, you know.
What I tried to do is get out and document as much as I could.
John Ficarra has been a photojournalist for more than 30 years. A while back, he decided to try to preserve a pictorial record of African American farmers, many of whom are among the last generation to work the land. Ficarra traveled throughout the South and East, getting to know dozens of farmers.
Yeah, I think their stories were very heartfelt. The photographs, I think, resonate who these people are. Well, I think it's important, not only now, but it's probably more important years from now, to have a visual resource for historians to look back at a time and period in this nation's history.
Among those images of hard work and quiet pride, of resignation and resolve, is this photograph of Alan Gooden.
You know, his face had so much expression to it. He was a wonderful character and a warm human being. He was a gentleman who struck me who had great wisdom.
In the 1920s, there were more than 2 million black farmers in America. Today, that number has dropped to less than 18,000. Decades of unfair lending practices took their toll, as well as the financial and generational pressures facing virtually all family farms. So when you meet Alan Gooden and his children, or their many contemporaries throughout the heartland of all races and backgrounds, you are encouraged by the business savvy, the courage, and the commitment to persevere.
You think your mother would be proud of all that?
I know she would. I know she would. Because the life you live speaks for itself.